Good evening, and welcome to tonight's meeting of the Town of Babylon Zoning Board of Appeals. The following is the procedure that will be followed tonight. The matters will be called in the order they appear on the calendar, with adjourned matters being called at the end of the regularly scheduled matters. Matters cannot be heard prior to their published scheduled time. When your matter is called, please submit the affidavit of posting to the secretary and proceed to the podium and give your name and address. The chairperson will then swear you in and read into the record information we have from your application, comments from various town departments, and any correspondence received on your application. The chairperson will then ask you to make whatever presentation you wish to make to the board. After you have made your presentation, the board will ask whatever questions the board deems appropriate, and then we will ask for comments from the public. If you wish to speak for or against an application, we ask that you wait until you're acknowledged, come forward, give us your name and address, tell us where your property is in relation to the property that's in question tonight, and then please direct your comments to the board, not the applicant or the applicant's representative. We have to keep a record, and we cannot do that if there are people talking over each other or cross conversations. If someone has spoken for or against an application, and they have said exactly the same thing that you wish to say, it will have the same force and effect in the record if you give your name and address, are sworn in, and say that you join in those comments. If you have anything additional to say, please don't hesitate to do so, but keep in mind that you will be given only one opportunity to speak. After the public has spoken, the board may ask the applicant to come back to answer any questions that may have come up as a result of the public comments, or for the applicant to summarize. When the applicant comes back to answer any additional questions, if that happens, that does not start a second round of public comments. Once the matter has been heard, various things may occur. The board may decide the application immediately. It may reserve decision. If the board reserves decision, that does not mean the matter is approved or denied. It just means that the board needs more time to decide, may want to go out and look at the site again, or might want to review the documents and testimony further before making a decision. In either event, the applicant will receive the board's decision in writing shortly after the board makes its decision. If the application is approved, that does not mean that you can then go ahead and start construction, or whatever it is that you requested from the board. You will have to wait for the building permit to be obtained from the building department before your go-ahead. On some occasions, the matter may be continued for another night. If it is continued, in most cases it will be for the submission of documents, a new survey, new plans, or something of that nature. If that's the case, no one needs to come back on the new date. The documents will be submitted and no further testimony will be taken. On rare occasions, a matter may be continued for future testimony. If that's the case, then people would have to come back to testify. If matters are adjourned at an open meeting on the scheduled date of hearing, no further notice need be given unless specifically required by the board on the date the adjournment is granted. 3 rules that may affect your ability to proceed tonight. 1. If the sign was not posted for 10 days, we cannot hold the hearing tonight. 2. If you commence this proceeding while you own the property, but no longer own the property, and you are here now to continue with the application, you will need either the written consent of the new owner or the new owner to be present for the hearing. This situation could come about if you sold your house or building, money was held in escrow at closing for a certificate of occupancy or permit, and you're here tonight to clear that up. Lastly, if your application is a commercial application, and it's other than a renewal, and there is more than one tenant in the building, then you need your landlord to be here. Is there any applicant that has any difficulty with those situations and would need an adjournment tonight?
Is there anyone that would need an adjournment? Please rise and join the board in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, before we begin, there's two adjournments on our calendar tonight. The first one is application number, well, it's application on our agenda number 5, but it's application number 24-144. Property is located in Wyandanch. Is there anybody here on that application? Okay, that application is being adjourned until September the 19th. And also, on application, it's number 10 on our agenda, application 24-145. Property is also in Wyandanch. Is anybody here on that application? That's on Booker Avenue in Wyandanch? No. Okay, that's being also adjourned to September the 19th.
62 Jamaica Avenue.
Jamaica Avenue was the other one, wasn't it? Oh, that's the one that's adjourned to September the 19th, number 5, okay? You got it, thank you. First application tonight is application 24-141 of Michael and Jennifer Parise, property located in West Babylon. Name and address for the record, please.
Stephen Christensen, 990 Pacific Street, Lindenhurst, New York.
Okay, and do you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12, 2024, environmental control memo dated August 16, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. This application needs Suffolk County planning, so we will not be able to move it tonight, but there's nothing for you to do. That will come to us hopefully next week. Survey by Michael Lawrence Haynes dated December 1st, 2021. Tax map acting as an area map, and
Chairman, there's 5 photographs in the site plan by Richard D. Board dated March 18, 2024.
would you like to tell us about the application?
Sure. Good evening, Board. This is obviously for Mike and Jen Parisi. They are looking to have additional kids, so they need additional bedrooms. That's the main reason. We're actually, it looks like a whole second floor, but it's not. We're only adding 464 square feet to the second floor. Currently upstairs, one of the bedrooms is currently a playroom, and the other bedroom is sort of a den / bedroom for their little daughter, and that's the main reason. It's going to stay a single-family house. It's not going to change, and they just need the additional space. As far as the addition goes, it's not going any further than the front yard, and we are looking for front yard relief, and that's only because we're matching the existing. And we're also, on the side yard, we're also asking for relief because it's matching the existing.
Okay, thank you. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
Evening, how are you?
Good.
Still, I wanted to go that way.
So the house is going to remain a single-family home?
That's correct.
Okay. I have no further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none? You guys good?
No, you got Suffolk County.
Oh, yeah, well, so we got to, all right. So we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. We're going to keep the record open for Suffolk County Planning. You'll get the decision in the mail.
All right.
All right?
Thank you very much, Board.
Next application is application 24-149 of Hale Kene, Emmett Kene, Pelin, Sadif Kene, the Kenes. Property located in West Babylon.
Yes.
Name and address for the record, please.
My name is Pelin Kane, and the address is 248 Montgomery Avenue, West Babylon, New York, 11704.
Okay. And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12, 2024, environmental control memo dated August 16, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Thomas Matarazzo dated April 12, 2023. Tax map acting as an area map. And,
Chairman, there's 8 photographs.
okay, would you like to tell us about the application?
Sure. My family first bought this house like a year ago, and they were trying to get a permit for an accessory apartment, and we were told that the basement wasn't legal yet, so we needed an egress window. And when we were like filling out the application for that, they told us the pavers, which were existing when we bought the house, like the pavers in the backyard and like the the parking space like in front of the garage was an issue because it covered too much of the property than what was allowed. So they told us to fill out this application. And that,
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
Good evening. Do you have the sign, the affidavit of posting that the sign was up for 10 days?
I had to fill that out.
I'm sorry?
I did have the sign up for 10 days.
You have the affidavit stating that
There's
you
a
have.
paper that you had to submit that you posted the sign for 10 days.
Is it the one that I submitted when I first submitted everything, or?
No, probably not.
No, probably not. I think it's after the fact.
Okay. No.
No?
But you did post a sign,
But you
I did
posted the
post
sign.
so that's fine.
Okay.
Then we can fill that out.
You just need
Oh,
to.
Before
Is
you
that
leave, fill
something-
that out, though,
Okay.
okay? Later.
And you have applied for an accessory apartment?
I did, yes, but they haven't, that application hasn't really gone through because they wanted the basement legalized first.
Right, okay, so but it's all in the process. Your old
Yeah.
paperwork's being moved?
Yeah.
Fine. And the pavers, I missed that part.
The pavers were existing when we bought the house, and when the architect did the application, she said that it covered like 38% of the property and the limit was 30%. So
That's
that
your
was,
relief, okay.
that was where they had an issue.
All right, Mr. Chairman, I have no further questions.
Any other questions from the board?
I just have one. Are all your pavers in the backyard 2 feet away from the property line,
Yes,
at least?
they are. Yeah.
Okay. I have nothing further. Thank you.
Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We're good with this one, right? Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 24-149.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
So I just had to fill this out, right?
Oh, yeah, if you guys
Need to sign it.
come up here. Next application is application 24-146 of Khalib Prue, property located in Deer Park. All right. Easy. Name and address for the record, please.
Sure. Good evening. Caleb Pro, 143 Ellen Sue Drive in Deer Park, New York, 11729.
Do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12, 2024, Environmental Control memo dated August 16, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Razam Ali, dated May 22nd, 2024, tax map acting as an area map, and
Chairman, is 8 photographs in the site plan by Todd O'Connell. I don't see a date, though.
what would you like to tell us about the application?
Yes, sir. So unfortunately, 2 years ago, we had a water leak in the first floor of our home. We underwent some massive reconstruction, all permitted, some big upgrades, and during the upgrade, we had some pavers, all the pavers redone. In the process of applying for a permit for our hot tub and jacuzzi, we were advised that we needed to get a variance because the amount of pavers that we put exceeded the 20%, I believe it was.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'll turn the hearing over to Ms. Martinez.
Hi,
How
how
you
are
doing,
you?
ma'am? Good, ma'am.
So you're here today to legalize the outdoor awning and jacuzzi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
And the extension of the pavers also was the reason for the variance.
okay. Is the awning retractable?
So it's electric, and one of the reasons why we picked that in particular, it's a safety cover, it's a hard cover, and no one can enter the hot tub while I'm in possession of the key.
Okay, and it's a permanent structure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your pool was CO'd in 2013. Has the brick patio been expanded since then?
Yeah, the cutoff where the pool was, we extended it to the right, correct,
Okay.
or the side of the property.
Can any of the existing paver patio be removed in order to reduce the total lot coverage?
It would be a hardship.
It would be.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to be adding any additional pavers around the jacuzzi?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I have no further questions.
Any other questions from the board?
Are you 2 feet off the property, end of the property line with the pavers?
Yes, sir. The existing pavers that were there when we purchased the home for the pool, the pavers are butt against the fence on that side. I believe if facing the home, it's on the left. The pool itself is well beyond 2 feet, but the pavers are butting against the fence on that side. It was like that when we purchased,
Is there any, all right.
along with the rear also. But the extended pavers, no.
Is there any way we can remove any of those for drainage?
I don't believe so. I think prior to construction, when they removed the old pavers, it was concrete, old concrete underneath, and I don't know about wiring and piping and things like that.
But just so that you know, the issue is drainage and runoff on your neighbor's property. That's,
Okay.
we don't want to have.
That's why we usually ask for the 2 feet.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. Any
Thank
other
you very
questions?
much. Appreciate you.
Any other questions from the board?
I'm sorry.
Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. Okay, go.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve application 24-146.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Pass it so she can read. Next application is application 24-143 of Michael and Crystal O'Shaughnessy.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. Christina Fry, an attorney with offices at 7 Pine Ridge Drive, Smithtown, New York, on behalf of the O'Shaughnessy family. Good evening.
Okay. For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12, 2024, environmental control memo dated August 16, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. This application also does not have Suffolk County planning, so we would have to wait for that. Survey by John Heidecker, dated August 17, 2023, tax map acting as an area map, and,
Chairman, there's 11 photographs.
okay, what would you like to tell us about the application?
Yes, good evening. This application is for a reduced rear yard from 30 feet to 17 feet for an extension to a den that was allegedly erected somewhere between 15 and 17 years ago. Additionally, a side yard reduction from 10 feet to 6.5 feet for a deck off the side of the property, which is gained entry through the den extension. The deck had a logical choice of being placed in that area because it's the only area of southerly exposure on the property where they can get some sun. At the same time, you'll see from the photographs that there is a Costco-type pop-up gazebo that is onto the deck for those that don't want the sun or want to eat. Under that setting, they can. Those that don't can enjoy the sun on the other half of the deck. And a fence not only for privacy, but to buffer any noise from the neighbor. I'd like to add that the current owner of the property has obtained possession by deed dated August of last year, 2023. He is not the person who erected the den extension or the deck. He is with us today and would like to add a comment regarding his use of the property. And if you would allow me to introduce Michael O'Shaughnessy, he's here with us today.
Name and address for the record, please.
Hi, good evening. Michael O'Shaughnessy, 607 Stream Street, Babylon,
What would you like to tell us about?
11702.
What would you like to tell us about the application?
Just reiterating that this was something, when we purchased the house, it was already there. And this is something that was supposed to be delivered at closing, and we're a year into this and just looking to wrap it up. As Christina mentioned, this is used for outdoor space. It's the only area in the backyard where we get good sunlight, which is why it's a good place for the deck. And the gazebo is very helpful, especially in the summer months, just to give us some place to cool down and eat and get out of the sun.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Turn the hearing over to Ms. McCullough.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Good, how are you this evening?
Good, I'm good, thank you. All right, so with the gazebo, I'm hearing conflicting things. So you guys you placed the deck on that side for the sun, but you guys have the gazebo to block the sun.
The gazebo occupies 50% of the deck, or a portion thereof, so it does provide protection from the sun when you want to sit down and read without the sun in your face, whereas there's another half of the deck that doesn't have the gazebo, where people who want to get the sun can enjoy the sun.
Okay, is there patio in the backyard as well?
There is a concrete patio that is accessible by a door off the rear of a hallway near the kitchen. It's very well sheltered from the trees back there in the summer months. They haven't used that area of the property really at all. It's mainly the deck area on the side yard that's being used.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. So where is that fence is cutting off the side yard from the backyard? Is there a fence?
Oh, so that white mark you just
Yeah.
highlighted, that is the railing and fence that sits up against the side of the deck. It doesn't segregate anything.
Okay. It's really, really high.
It is high for both privacy and to prevent the neighbors, noise to the neighbor. If it's something that the board would suggest us cutting down to size, we can certainly do that and put it at a height of 36 inches so that it would act as a railing.
I would like that. Thank you. Okay.
There's also mention in the planning memo regarding a gate and a fence in the rear yard. We
Yeah.
don't know why that's there. I did have a discussion with the prior owner, the son of the prior owner yesterday, asking him if he knew why it was there, how long the extension had been there. He has no recollection as to why that gate and fence is there. It certainly was something that we can remove. It's certainly not a situation where there's two families occupying the dwelling. It's a
Okay.
single-family dwelling. The building department did do a pre-inspection once we submitted the plans for the dwelling.
Perfect. So yeah, we would like that removed as well. And so you guys agreed to have the two separate lots merged as one?
Oh, I got the impression that they understood that it was merged. They just wanted that comment on the CO.
It will be on the CO.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I have no further questions.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We have to wait for Suffolk County on this one. Okay, so we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. You get the decision in the mail. We're going to keep the record open for Suffolk County Planning memo.
Understood. Good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Next application is application 24-142 of Michael Wick and Nicole Barbera, property located in West Babylon. Name and address for the record.
I'm Nicole Wick,
Michael Wick.
1319 3rd Street in West Babylon, New York, 11704.
Okay, do you both affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay, for the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12th, 2024. A Department of Environmental Control memo dated August 16th, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. Survey by Peter J. Brennan last dated January 6, 2009. Tax map acting as an area map, and,
Chairman, there's 12 photographs.
okay, would you like to tell us about the application?
Yeah, so we're planning to put a second floor onto our house. We have a growing family, so we're looking for more space with our house.
In addition to that, I do work from home as well, just to accommodate my needs for working. We have 2 children, and we do plan to have some more, so we are asking your approval for a second-story addition.
Okay, turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
Good evening, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good, so thank you. So it's going to remain a single-family home?
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
One kitchen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I drove by there, how many sheds do we have on the property?
There's 2. There's a smaller one in the front there. That's like a, what do they call them, like a lifetime shed. And then the one right next to it is like a metal shed, a little bit bigger.
And what's behind the back of the house? What is that, a gazebo or something, or a?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a removable gazebo that we got from a Big Lots.
Okay. The sheds, are they rubber, or are they permanent, or?
They both can be removed. The one on the right is metal, the one in the front is like a plastic.
Not necessarily move, but maybe if you could put them in a conforming location?
Sure.
Okay, yeah,
All right, you agree to that?
yeah,
Yes.
no problem.
And I don't think I have any further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions from the board? Three?
Yeah.
Number 3, John.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to eliminate variance number 3, diminish distance from front yard, street line from 40 to 19 feet on 13th Avenue for the shed.
Second.
All in favor? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 24-142 with the condition that the sheds be relocated to a conforming location.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
so much.
Failed to mention that, is there anybody here on application 24-144, property located in Wyandanch on Jamaica Avenue? That is being adjourned to September the 19th. Next application is application 24-117 of Jamal DeSosa, Shanae Lee Merchant, and Tajay Bailey, property located in North Babylon.
Good afternoon.
Name and address. Good afternoon.
Jamil D'Souza, $12 Drive, North Babylon, 711703.
Okay, ma'am.
Shanali Merchant, $12 Drive, North Babylon, New York, 11703.
And you both affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12th, 2024. Environmental Control memo dated August 20th, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Aerial Land Surveying dated October 12th, 2021. Tax map acting as an area map, and
Chairman, there's a 6 photograph and a site plan by R&A Pasante dated March 8th, 2024.
what would you like to tell us about the application?
Well, we purchased the house of January this year. The closing was done on January. We bought the house not knowing of certain variances that was there. So the previous owner, they hired, expediter to handle the matter. Yes. So we are here on that. Basically, we're representing the whole thing. So it's a roof over deck in the back, a roof over thing that we're here for, and also an egress window to the basement.
Okay. I'll turn the hearing over to Ms. McCullough.
You intend on keeping the awning?
Yes, I would love to. That's the reason why we purchased it. It was one of the main attractions why we purchased the house.
Okay. You're fairly new there, but do you see any other properties with an awning in the rear?
There's
Like your neighbors?
almost everybody
Everyone?
has it. Almost everybody has it.
Okay. The basement, what is your purpose for the basement? Are you keeping it as a recreation room? Open space?
Yes, yes, it's an
Yep.
open space recreational purposes.
It's going to remain that way?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And the previous owner had a rental permit for this property, so they weren't living in the property. You guys plan to live there?
Rental?
Yeah.
No.
Are you going to rent?
No, no, no.
You're going to stay there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. I have no further questions.
Any other questions from the board?
Wait, there's still a shed back there.
No, there's no shed. We
moved?
we purchased the place without a shed, so I'm seeing a shed on here, but they
there?
have already removed it, yes.
Okay,
Then the shed, you guys took the shed down, or? it was
No,
gone?
when we purchased, the shed was not there.
They couldn't even give you the shed?
No, they took it.
all right, Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion to delete variance number 4 and 5 on application 24-117.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Good. All right, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve application 24-117 as it,
Yeah.
yeah, they did, as amended, with the conditions that the basement remain an open area, and the shed, well, the shed's gone, and the roof over deck not be further enclosed.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Not 3.
Moving along. Next application is application 24-148 of Alan Cruz and Ashley Brower, property located in North Babylon. Application 24-148, oh, here you are. I was looking over there, sorry.
Good
Name
afternoon.
name and address for the record, please.
Alan Cruz, 18 Victoria Road, North Babylon, 11703.
And I'm Ashley Brower.
Okay, and you both affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12, 2024, environmental control memo dated August 16, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Adrian LaSala, dated. Just say undated, I don't, wait, date survey, April 16th, 2024. Tax map acting as an area map, and
Chairman, there's 4 photographs on the site plan by Michael Angelone dated May 24th, 2023.
thank you. Would you like to tell us about the application?
Sure. So we're trying to build a dormer, and upon starting the process for that, we were told that our shed that we have in our backyard, we also needed to legalize that.
Turn the hearing over to Ms. McCullough.
Hi. All right, so you guys are you're staying within the same footprint, you're just going up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And the lower level, there's no bedrooms down there?
No, no,
They're just be on the second floor, okay, perfect. This property had a rental permit application, it expired in 2021. You guys aren't renting, you'll be?
No, yeah, we've been living there since we bought the house, I believe, 3 or 4 years ago. We've been living there.
Okay.
Since COVID was.
Yeah,
Okay.
like 2022.
The shed. You guys are keeping the shed where it's at?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
That-
already spoke to our neighbors.
Yeah, the neighbor,
and they have,
she
it's
had,
been there for years.
yeah, she said it's been there
since,
for
you know,
years, that she was,
So
she
not a
had,
problem?
she had no problem
they
with
had
it,
no
and,
problem with it.
Okay, perfect. You will have to submit a letter to the rental division, just letting them know that you guys are not planning on renting or anything.
okay, that's fine, I can do that.
Okay, perfect. All right, I have no further questions.
Any other questions from the board?
She's adorable.
Thank you.
She's the one
Wasn't
who
a
needs the space.
Got the whole room.
Right, Deanna?
Okay, any other comments? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
Yeah, all right. I make a motion to approve application 24-148.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, this one.
Next application is application 24-147 of Our Vision Properties LLC, property located in West Babylon, Plymouth Road, Plymouth Street. Oh, Name and address for the record, please.
My name is Michael Prue, 50 Colonial Springs Road, Wheatley Heights, New York, 11798, and this is my wife.
Flora Peru.
Same address.
Same address.
And do you both affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12th, 2024. Environmental Control memo dated August 16th, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Michael Peter Barbazon, dated March 13th, 2023. Tax map acting as an area map, and
Mr. Chairman, there's 4 photographs in the site plan by Mark Elliott Wittenberg, dated July 9th, 2024.
okay. Would you like to tell us about the application?
Sure. We are trying to do an addition to the property. There is an existing house that's currently there. In the beginning of the plans, I did not trust the actual foundation of the current house, so we decided to build a 2-story basically to the side of it. The issue that we came into play was that the front variance needs to be set back at 30 feet, but the current house is sitting at 23 feet. The side variance is supposed to be 20 feet and is currently sitting at 19.1. So we did submit a couple of set of plans to be able to essentially work around that. The issue is that we can push the front back if need be, because it is just a crawl space in the front, and that'll give us the setback that's required to the 30 feet. However, on the side of the house at the 19.1, that's the foundation there. I can't move that and shift that over. Otherwise, that's going to cause a much larger foundation, financial burden on us. And I do believe there's also an issue of a shed that's in the far right corner, which we plan on removing as well.
Thank you. I'll turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
It looks like you had a meteorite land in the property there.
Yes, correct. So what happened was the Board of Health required us, I don't know why, essentially the main waste line was exiting the rear of the property, going across the property, and then coming down the side of the property. And the issue was that where the location of the new building was essentially presumed to be or presented to be, they're stating was going to be right over that main waste line. So we were asked to come in and remove or dig out and trench out and find that location, find that pipe and remove the pipe so that way we can actually locate it and rerun it from the front of the house out to the street.
And the extension is going to be over that hole, or?
Essentially, yes. It was going to be in that general area that's there, correct.
Okay.
Yes, correct. So you can see if it
How
would.
long ago was that? How long ago? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
How long ago was that done?
What was done?
The waste sewer?
Oh, that was done, from my understanding, we weren't able to, from my architect and the Board of Health, we weren't able to submit until that was taken care of. So they came out, that was done first, and then we were able to submit that along to be able to get the attempt to get the approval for the set of plans that we were trying to do.
When was that done?
At this point, I want to say it was earlier this year. I can't tell you exactly what month or date. It's been a long year.
Okay, it's overgrown and it looks like it's been there for a while. I couldn't figure out what you were doing. But,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Your intention is you're gonna. What's the intent of the?
Of the property?
Yeah.
We want to build an addition to the side of the house and go 2 stories up there.
Are you gonna occupy it?
That was the original
That's
plan,
the-
correct?
that's the plan?
Yeah. We were trying to turn it into a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and then have additionally have the 1-bedroom in the current standing house. We have 5 children and our mother-in-law.
Okay. Single family?
Correct.
One owner?
Yeah, and the basement is just essentially storage. It's not a full basement. I believe it's only like 6.5, 7 feet basement. So we were just going to leave that as storage and then basically occupy the house.
Single family owner occupied?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said the shed has been taken down?
Not yet. There is a shed just shy of that, and I believe it would be in that general area. And that shed is currently I got some stuff in there, and we plan on removing that once we actually get the approval to be able to move forward. We plan on removing that because I believe that is also
an issue in regards to the variance. I believe the addition is too close to that, but that was always planned on being removed.
We just, either you're gonna take it down or you're gonna put it in a conforming location.
We're just going to take it down. We don't want the shed there anyway.
I don't think I have any further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Let's amend the application on 3 and 4.
So we're gonna amend application 241-47. Number 3, diminish rear lot line from 6 feet to ½ a foot for shed, and diminish distance from south side lot line from 6 feet to 1.2 said for shed.
Second.
All in connection with the erection of proposed first floor and second floor additions, alterations to an existing one-story foyer, and to legally maintain the shed, to eliminate the shed.
Yeah, that was the plan to begin with, was to eliminate the shed.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So we took those off, so the shed has to go.
Yeah, of course. I was going to go anyway.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to, on application 24-147, to delete variance request number 3 and number 4.
Second.
All in favor?
Good, Mickey? Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve.
Oh, yeah, I didn't ask. Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. I'm not sure if I asked that. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 24-147 with the conditions. No, that's it. We're good.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Next application is okay, this was adjourned. Application, it's number 10 on our agenda. It's application 24-145. That is being adjourned to September the 19th. If anybody came in late, I'm assuming not. Next application is application 24-150 of Pine Lawn Cemetery, property located in Farmingdale. Huh? I'll make a motion to deny. Go ahead. Name and address.
Sorry, I forgot something in my car, and I figured we were last, so, and from the appearances, didn't seem like we were last. Mr. Chairman, Mark Cuthbertson, attorney for Pine Lawn Cemetery, 434 New York Avenue, Huntington, New York, 11743.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated August 12, 2024, Environmental Control memo dated August 21st, 2024. If we were to approve this, it would need a negative declaration. Survey by Charles Gravano dated May 2016. Tax map acting as an area map, and?
Chairman, there's 4 photographs.
Okay. What would you like to tell us about the application?
Mr. Chairman, this is, and I'm joined by Mike Meglio, who is an employee with the Pine Lawn Cemetery. He's here to answer any technical questions should it become necessary, but this is just an expansion of an existing mausoleum complex shown there. It's just to add wings to it to add capacity. So it's going back because it towards New Highway, because it can't go forward, because there are graves in front of the mausoleum. You can kind of see the outline of graves on the side there. So that's the reason for that. And also the angle of the building going out like a wing just pushes it closer to the setback line. And this is just to add mausoleum space. There's a significant amount of mausoleums built in this section of Pine Lawn Cemetery. Pine Lawn Cemetery's in excess of 800 acres, has many burials, but also the demand is very high for mausoleum space because there is a trend in the United States towards cremation, and more often than not, cremated remains, people look at me like, you really want to hear about that, right? Are usually placed in mausoleums. They can be placed in a burial plot, but they're more often than not, it's more economical to place them in a mausoleum niche. And I read the planning staff memo. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm happy to answer the questions that are in it. One of the things that was requested in the planning staff memo were renderings of what this would look like. I provided them today to the zoning board office. I'm happy to hand those up to you. Yeah, so in addition to a request for renderings and elevations, there was a number of questions posed. So first question is, ask the applicant if any other changes will be made to the site in order to accommodate the expansion. The answer to that is no. Will Samuel Hopstander Drive be expanded? That's the road you can see, if you're looking at it from my view, to the right, which would be to the east of the mausoleum building. Yeah, it comes up better there. That road would not be expanded. Will additional parking be provided by the new mausoleums? The answer to that is no, and I'll address it a little bit more, but let me just answer the last question. Will there be an entrance from New Highway? No, no entrance from New Highway. Those are very cogent planning department questions, and it makes sense that you would ask, you're expanding this use, are you going to provide more parking? There really is not a need. The parking now is just people pull off to the side of the street. There aren't parking issues. The visitation to this area is sporadic at best. The way that visitation generally works in a cemetery is the older the graves or the niches, the less visitation there is. So this mausoleum is older, there's less visitation. Quite frankly, the highest visitation of the year at a cemetery is Mother's Day, followed in a distant second, and this is a cemetery joke, but I'll share it with you, by Father's Day. Father's Day is not nearly as many visitors to the dads out there. So they can accommodate the visits to this mausoleum and the expansion based on just people pulling off to the side of that road. There is not a need to provide parking or expand parking. And I understand the question certainly is from a planning and zoning perspective. You know, if we were adding space to a restaurant or a CVS, certainly you would say, okay, do you have the parking to meet the capacity? The capacity is there because of the nature of the visitation to these. They don't have a parking lot for these particular mausoleums.
Okay, thank you. So this is just for this property? You guys own other property on Long Island Avenue?
So,
on Little East Neck?
Just to give, yeah, I can give you a sense if you back out the aerial, if that helps. Yeah, that gives you a really good idea. So the part where this is called Oak Division, and you can see it's all green over there. So it's the portion of that's the portion of the cemetery that is west of Wellwood Avenue. It's north of the train tracks and then east of New Highway. And then it's obviously south of the industrial buildings, I think, that are on Central Avenue. If you go directly across Wellwood Avenue and go all the way to the Little East Neck Road, a lot of that is Pine Lawn Cemetery. It actually shows up where it's really greener with trees as opposed to the north, which is the National Cemetery. So the area that's greener with trees between Wellwood and Little East Neck Road is Pine Lawn Cemetery land. To the east of that, across Little East Neck Road, is vacant cemetery land. It's about 110 acres there. If you go south of Long Island Avenue, where you see what appears to be a golf course, because it is a golf course, that is Pine Lawn Cemetery land, and that is the subject of I think it was at the time, a 75-year lease with the Colonial Springs Golf Course. It's an active 27-hole golf course, and nice part about it is it puts the property back on the tax rolls. So cemetery land is not on the tax rolls in general, but the golf course is. And that's pretty much the 800-acre footprint. This, as I said, is really on the western border of the whole cemetery complex, adjoining New Highway.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with any of those other properties. This application is strictly for the mausoleum.
It's just for this. We're not looking to set a precedent for others. And Oak Division, that section I mentioned, is where most of the mausoleums are located. And in Oak Division, there's a large mausoleum complex where they're sort of co-located together, and they keep building out those as time goes on.
Any other questions from the board?
Just if you read the very last thing, planning would like the rendering which you submitted and elevations submitted for review, very last thing in the planning.
Yeah, I think those are constitute renderings and elevations, but if they don't and they want something more, we're happy to provide.
See any elevation?
Okay. Okay, so tomorrow, I will make a point of asking for elevations. I appreciate always the planning department providing the memo. We just got it today and put something together, so we can certainly get elevations, Mr. Shepherd.
Would anyone like to be heard on this application? Yes?
Oh, sorry.
Name and address for the record, please.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Christopher Black, President of the Concerned Taxpayers of Wheatley Heights, Dix Hills Incorporated Civic Association.
Are you here representing them?
Yes, I'm the president.
Okay. What would you like to tell us?
Yes. The reason why we're here today because of the concerns that were posted on Little East Neck Road in Wheatley Heights. So there was a variance sign that was posted on the fencing of the property. If you're going south, it would be on the right side of Pine Lawn's property. We have a tense moment with the residents pertaining to another project that's something different that Pine Lawn is looking to lease the property for. So the reason why we're here tonight is to understand as to what the variance was for and why wasn't the property discussed on Little East Neck Road with the variance sign on it. Why is it listed? Why is there a variance sign on Little East Neck Road for that property when we're talking about Wellwood?
Okay, we're not sure. I'll ask
Okay, thank you.
his attorney on that. I'm not sure. Would you have anything else, or?
That's it.
That's
yeah.
it, okay.
That's so I just wanted to get clarity on that.
Hold on. Would anyone else like to be heard on the application?
I'll just follow him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay.
Thanks, and I'm sorry for the confusion, and in retrospect, I wish I would have reached out. I did not realize that there was a sign that was put on Little East Neck Road. We put the signs where we were instructed by the zoning board office, so for whatever reason, unless we misunderstood something, there was an instruction to put a sign on Little East Neck Road.
Put a sign someplace by where the mausoleum is here? I mean...
It's,
So the signs are posted on all the properties, that's why it's on Little East Neck Road. On all the properties, even though nothing's happened in that area, it has to be notified on all the areas that they own.
Is that correct?
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No,
nowhere near.
there were signs that were put up near the mausoleum. They were put up on New Highway. They were put up on the entrance near Wellwood.
How many,
Yeah, they're
how many
on multiple
locations and signs did you guys put up?
3.
And do you know what locations they are?
Yeah, New Highway near the mausoleum, Wellwood Avenue near one of the entrances, and on Little East Neck Road. Right? I got the pictures if you need them. Yes, the property boundaries, and we.
I mean, I think this is just a miscommunication or whatever, because that's, the property on Little East Neck is not involved in any application here tonight, okay? So this is strictly for the mausoleums. They're doing an expansion on the mausoleums, nothing to do with the property on Little East Neck right now, anyway, I guess.
Yeah, and I do apologize for that. I did not, internally, the Pine Lawn staff posted the signs and did not communicate that that was one of the places where the signs was going to be. For the board's edification, there is a project that...
We apologize. I know you all came down here for something else, and,
Is there a separate application for the property on Little East Neck?
Yeah, if I...
It's in planning board right now.
Sure. There is...
And that's, it's going to go to planning board first before it would come to us, depending on what the planning board makes of it and stuff
I
like
don't think it will come to you, Mr. Chairman, as it currently
Even
stands,
better.
because they're not going to seek variances, as I understand it.
Okay, but that will be posted, and you guys will be notified. A letter will go out to everybody on the 200-foot radius. And so you will know about it when that application is going to the planning board, and they'll have a public hearing for you guys to come down at that time. Sure.
Is that area already zoned commercial?
This, it's residential. That's...
So it would have to be rezoned to become commercial with the project you want to do on
Okay, you're going to have to come up.
They want you to come up if you want to ask
If you want to ask the question, you got to come up, okay? Huh?
That's fine.
That's all right, you can come up. Just need your name and address when you get here, that's all. Name and address for the record.
Gwen Batchelor, 58 Circle Drive, Wheatley Heights, 11798. Yes, I swear to tell the truth.
You've been paying attention all this time, huh?
That's right.
What's your question now?
My question is in reference to what the gentleman over here was saying. Is that sign, or the area where they posted the sign on Little East Neck Road, already zoned commercial?
Yeah, okay, okay, come on back up.
It's not currently zoned commercial. There will be an application for it to be zoned commercial. It's going to be called PIP2. And just so everyone, we're upfront and everyone knows the status of that, there's the draft environmental impact statement relatively soon is going to be transmitted to the planning department for a completeness review. It then in turn is going to be let out to the public for public comment. I would anticipate that in the coming weeks. And then there will be a complete public hearing, an environmental impact statement hearing, and a change of zone hearing about that property. And that would require a change of zone to a commercial classification that's being created in conjunction with the application.
But that's all, everybody will be notified. You'll have, time to come down and make your comments, at that point in time. But like I say, the application tonight, unfortunately, there was a miscommunication here, and unfortunately, a lot of you guys, you got a civic lesson, you come down here for a lot of you guys have been here before, so, okay?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay.
I mean, Mr. Chairman, just it's a tense moment right now with Pine Lawn and the residents where we just want to get clarity. Thank you very much, and everyone have a good evening.
Understood. This one's not a problem right now, I don't think. Would anyone else like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We're going to close the hearing. reserve decision. We're looking for elevations, return the rendering and stuff, okay? All right, thanks. Thank you, everybody, sorry.
Want to do two more? Want to do two more?
Huh?
There's not two more?
One more.
Which one? The flying horse?
Huh? Flying horse.
And what, Dolphin got,
No, that got adjourned. Yeah.
is that the same date as South 26th?
19th. Wow, we emptied the room. I said we emptied the room. Should have did this in the beginning. Yeah, I know. Just. Probably should have done this at the beginning of the year. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. We have one more application. Can you guys just take it outside so we can finish up? Thank you, appreciate it. Take it home and frame it?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Want to go home and
Next application is application 24-122 of Flying Horse Trucking, property located in Deer Park.
Good
Name and
afternoon.
address for the record.
My name is Sherry Sugarman, attorney on behalf of Flying Horse Trucking, Tenant, and Shen Mao LLC, the property owner, with respect to the property located at 617 Acorn Street in Deer Park. My address is 375 Comac Road, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
Okay, for the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated July 26, 2024, environmental control memo dated July 26, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by CND Mapping, Inc., property located, dated September 21st, 2018, tax map acting as an area map, and
Chairman, we have a site plan by Norman C. Locke, dated November 5th, 2021.
okay, would you like to tell us about the application?
Yes, this is a request for a renewal of a special exception permit to conduct a public garage for an auto repair and for outdoor storage of vehicles. This is a continuation of a current one that had been granted in 2021. I'm sorry, was it 2022? March 31st, 2022. The premises are located on a commercial area and has been continuously used as a public garage, repair shop, and outdoor storage for vehicles for more than 20 years. My client purchased the property in...
Ladies?
I'm sorry?
Ladies? Excuse me. Ladies, please. Thank you. You too. Go ahead, I'm
The current owner purchased the property in 2018. They didn't have any prior applications because they weren't aware of anything, but it has been used continuously as this for more than 20 years, and we're just looking for a renewal of the current application, or the prior one.
Okay, so on the previous application, we never, I guess, you didn't submit the approved site plan with the
Yes,
application?
and I see that it has been approved, submitted.
It has been submitted?
Yes, it has been.
Okay.
Is showing that the proposed storage is on the
Okay, and you have submitted
northeast
that?
side. It has been submitted, yes.
Okay, I don't think it's been
I'm taking
reviewed.
over for Mr. Patricelli.
Yeah, okay. Outdoor storage, so what?
Do you
so
not have
is
it?
The site plan is submitted, and is it showing outdoor storage?
Yes, it is. It says
Tires?
proposed truck parking,
Okay.
and that's for the trucks to be repaired, and that's where they're going to park them while they're pending repair.
Also showing, the picture showed tires and materials outside, too?
I'm
being
sorry?
stored? There's photos showing that the outside storage of tires and materials also?
I don't have those photos, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman.
You have any photos? No?
Where,
There's no photos.
where on the photo is it?
No. We don't have those. Is there tires and other materials being stored outside?
I'm unaware of any,
Okay.
but we can certainly make it a condition to short-term storage until, because, when they're replacing tires, they have to put them somewhere until they can get removed.
We need somebody to review the site plan still, so, but that's not done, so we'll hold the application. In the meantime, can you get back to us, by a letter or something to the zoning board? Hold on, hold on.
You need a further clarification on where the tires are being stored?
On fire marshal? Okay, thanks.
Have you contacted the fire marshal?
They have not advised me of anything. I don't see anything in the application or the letters or anything like that we had to advise the fire marshal. That wasn't on any of the lists. It was, provide us with a new site plan, which I understand was done.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to hold it anyway because we need fire marshal. But in the meantime, you will confirm that there is no outdoor storage of tires and other materials, please?
Okay. Just storage of tires and what?
Says other materials, I guess, auto parts or something of that nature?
Okay.
Permitted outdoor storage be removed.
I'm sorry, I can't hear. It just says,
Yeah, it's on the plan, it's on our memo.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have it?
I see that right here, yes. Just materials. Okay. Okay. We'll get right on that.
All right. Any other questions from the board? Anyone like to be heard on this application? We cleared the room.
How disappointing.
Okay, we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. We're going to keep the record open for your comments and also to take a look at the site plan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that concludes the